G'day guys and welcome back to Gatekeeper's coverage of the Eruption presented by OzDiscs. We are in Mount Gambier in South Australia at the beautiful Crater Lakes Disc Golf Course in a volcano. The coverage is brought to you by Rad and Gatekeeper and Park Media. The commentary is brought to you by the Flying Disc Store. I am Andrew Ferguson and I'm here with Timmy Bowen, Paddy Robinson. Together we are the Tee Off Podcast and we're going to talk to you about these guys playing some awesome disc golf.
Yeah, it's been a pretty hot front nine from Luke, Bayne, Dave, Perry, Austin, and Dan. We're seeing Dave and Austin really give Luke a bit of a push at a 4 down and a 5, but Luke is holding on with that 3 under and just maintaining that lead.
Stacked with highlights, that front nine. Hopefully it continues on hole 10, 110 metre par 3. I like a nice flex forehand on this hole, like I do on every single hole.
Shocker.
Or if you're a psychopath, you can go the backhand turnover, which Austin is demonstrating here.
Actually, I'm glad we didn't see the old plumber's crack from that fella in the fly through there.
So Austin just trying to shave that tree. This is looking fantastic. Stay up.
Oh, that's money.
Circle's edge?
Yeah.
That is Circle's edge. I believe he was in that exact same spot in round 2. So hopefully he learns from the putt that he missed.
And this looks like it's caught up a little bit short.
Yeah, I think that turned over a little bit, cut rolled a little bit, and he's got those trees on the left-hand side to contend with. Lukey Bayne will show us why the forehand is the preferred route, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely my preference.
Nice overstable destroyer. A little bit of flex. Oh, it's turned over a little bit too much though.
Probably going to hit tree.
Oh, I fought through the trees.
Oh, wow.
And that is on the backside of the green. That'll be a great place to putt from.
Yep, that's a great break.
And well and truly inside the circle. Very surprised to see him go the backhand here, boys.
He must.
Backhand down the guts.
We're seeing this a little bit where he hasn't chose to throw a forehand. Maybe it's feeling a little bit sore. Don't know.
The man has the best forehand in the country, but he's also got
and the best backhand.
He's almost also got a fantastic backhand, and that is why it's almost like he knows his skill set better than I do. So well done to Dave.
That's an absolute park drive from Dave.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So Austin first to act. That means Dan Frost may have been closer than we thought. We see him eye up a repeat of his round 2 putt. Hopefully he gets this one a little bit higher.
Tricky with a bit of headwind.
Oh, right in the heart.
Solid.
Fantastic putt. It's so good when you land in the exact same spot 2 days in a row. You're like, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. As he releases the pressure valve.
Do you like that one, Austin? Do you like it?
Taking a little peek at his shoulder to see where Lukey Bayne is placed.
Jeez, Dan's up there. Is that?
He got all
is
the
this
way
for
up
his
there.
second?
Oh, a little hyzery.
Settle. No.
Why?
Man, he's had the tree love, but he's gotten absolutely no love from the baskets today. Oh, Lukey Bayne, very close. And that's
huge.
just a no pressure putt. He loves it. Fantastic.
That is the mark of a good player who capitalizes on some good breaks. That is awesome. So this is Dan for his par.
Yeah, that's a
lovely.
nice putt.
Solid putt.
I can't believe his drive got that close.
I don't
That's
know.
awesome.
What was that about? Yeah.
What's he pointing to there? There you are. Right there, Dave. All right, Dave to also get the birdie. And we see another beer frame.
Jeez, 3 birds in this hole. It's
That's
decent.
Oh, and that's what he's looking at, the
Oh,
CTP.
CTP.
That was my CTP.
Oh,
Dave just snapped it.
Go on.
All right.
As we move on to hole 11, Fergie, this is a belter, one of the iconic Mount Gambier holes.
Absolutely. 113 metre par 3 to a basket that's on the moon. It's a very high basket. Most players here opting for the big turnover backhand, as Austin shows us. He's just got to avoid that tree.
Love it.
Yeah.
Has that got the distance? Get over those rocks? Oh, that's unfortunate. Just caught them.
Edge of circle.
Edge of circle. He's about 9 metres horizontally from the basket, 14 metres vertically to the basket. Very tricky putt.
I do like the rocks around the basket. They're certainly not shy of finding some volcanic rocks to make features out of here.
Yeah,
This
it's a
looks
beautiful
great.
hole. Fantastic from Bayne. That's just outside the bullseye. He's on the short side, though, which is a very, very tricky putt.
Yeah, putting some pressure on Dave now.
I'm not giving Dave any love after he just nabbed my CTP. This drive looks shocking.
Oh, goodness me.
Love
Nice
it.
thing. Oh, it didn't quite have the legs I thought it would have.
Okay. He'll have a look.
Yeah, no, that was a good shot, Dave. I forgive you. A little bit low from Dan, but nice and driven. He's probably aiming at the same rocks that Austin hit, and I think he hit the same one.
He'll have a little bit more or less elevation to sort of deal with from there. So give it a run. There's pretty solid drives from our boys. Let's see how their putting goes.
Look at this from Austin. Scary putt to run because if you hit any metal and it doesn't go in, and he hates it. A little low right. It's so hard to put your disc up that high. They've got the tailwind making it more difficult as well. Dave from range.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Felt like that tail just slammed him down a little bit. Oh, Dan. This is a scary putt.
Yeah, he's going to have to go full double G on this one. Lob it about 3 meters too high and let it drop in.
Pull the Sonic out.
Yeah, a little bit low. Happens a lot on this basket.
Can his disc stop rolling away, please?
So Bayne still not up to act. Austin's actually went quite far and he's got this comebacker for the par.
Into a headwind?
All or
Maybe?
nothing. All or nothing.
He annihilated that flag. Oh, boy. If there was no flag on this hole, he's basically re-teeing it's going to go that far. But
All right. That's actually pretty fortunate.
yeah, absolutely. So Bayne, what a highlight birdie.
Putting the foot down now.
And that's a statement. 3 birdies in a row, 5 down for the round. All of a sudden, he's got a 4-stroke lead on Dave. And he'll have a 5-stroke lead on Austin.
Strokes, man. Strokes.
So Dave, rethinking this one because, as I said, any air ball and it's gone a mile.
He's got no flag to judge the the wind off.
You're not wrong. Great putt, and that's a good par.
Lovely, and see Dan and Austin tap in now.
Yeah. Nice tap in. I don't think there's any such thing as a tap in on this basket.
Yeah.
Dan's
So look at Austin. Look
not
at
a
this putt.
comfortable one,
Doesn't
anyway.
Jab this one into the top. Yeah.
Dan's actually 8'9", so that puts that in perspective. As we move on to hole 12, Paddy.
All right, it's a bit of a relief after the previous hole. 78-meter par 3. I think the main play here is a low forehand with something that's very overstable, but you will see these boys either go up the middle or maybe a spike righty backhand hyzer as well. I love this from Luke.
If Luke's not going the juggernaut or a nice beefy destroyer. It's come up a little short, but that's well and truly inside the circle.
Yeah.
Dave goes for this spike backhand line, which is got a lot of tree canopy to beat. I like the width.
There's one big tree that you can't really see on the coverage. That one right there, you've got to navigate.
The one that he just drew up perfectly.
Yeah.
And he's settled behind it. There's basically no chance to get that putt, I wouldn't have thought. As we see Dan Frost try and flip one up and let it out on basically all hyzer.
Oh, that could be okay, though. I reckon he's basket high, maybe outside the circle on the left-hand side, but he might have a look.
How did he miss every tree on that left side? That's interesting. As we see
Because
Austin.
he's deciduous.
Here we go. No, I like the width from Austin. This might be an ace run if it can fight.
Oh, yes.
Knifing in just outside the bullseye. So here we go. Dan from range.
Does have a look.
Yeah, little floaty bid.
Yeah, that's settled. He'll take a par.
So Dave, he's got a little window. I didn't give him any chance before, but look at this little window. I kind of like it when the trees sort of square up a line for you.
It's got some elevation here as well, which sometimes helps those putts.
He's got some gum nuts to get out of the way as well.
Oh.
Oh,
yes.
what a birdie
He
from
was running it in.
I gave him 0 chance on that, and he's proven me wrong. That was an absolute dagger straight into the heart of the chains.
Wow.
Felt like I just watched the Melbourne Cup take off.
Just puts that little bit more pressure back on Bayne's putt.
Oh, it's in. It's in.
It was well and truly right side.
Is that like 5 birdies in a row for Bayne? That's solid.
I think we're going back to hole 7. We're in this one.
Okay.
As we see Austin tap in the birdie, and Dan will have to settle for the par. Somebody liked Perry's putt.
They did.
Yeah.
Very good.
Did he go around the tree or through this gap? Through the
Through the gap.
Dave?
13, 105 metre par 3. You've got to jab something left or right of these 3 guardian trees. Nice flex forehand or an overstable backhand fairway to the right-hand side is the play. Lukey Bayne going for that forehand side.
I do like the forehand play on this.
It's just hard because it is a pretty much max distance shot. And quite often there's that crosswind, so it's hard to read. He's definitely faded a little early, but he's checked up at 11 metres, and you'll take that on this hole any day.
Yeah, that's right in Bayne territory. Dave looks like he's going straight at it here.
Nice flex. Gets on the right side of that tree. That's pretty good. A little low, though. But look at that scoot up. Oof. You'll have an edge of circle putt there. Austin's eyeing this interesting line, like a backhand turnover that stalls and fades left. He's got the turn on it in this round. He sort of went too skinny in round 2. Oh, and he just hit the tree inside the circle. I don't think anyone's been in that spot off their drive. I didn't even know that tree was there.
Yeah, that tree's not on anyone's radar.
Dan here eyeing off the straight and narrow gap.
Oh, split the Mandos.
This looks good. I said it.
Oh,
yeah, I totally just said that. Sorry, Dan.
You didn't say nice.
I didn't say nice. I said it was
It
good.
did look good. Bayne to kick us off.
Looks like we missed Dan's layup. You can see his
Okay.
disc under the basket there as we look at Bayne's bid for birdie.
This is for 5 in a row. Big little bit of wind picking up. Feels like he's thinking about this one a bit.
Oh, just off the tray.
He does like that low and left, but not that.
I was going to say, I'd never see those kick out for Bayne. They always kick in.
Austin a little low. He definitely would have been parked if he didn't hit that last tree inside the circle, but he'll have to settle for the pars. We see Dave. Oh, the boys just maybe having some putting woes in the wind on this basket.
Yeah, letting Bayne off the hook there.
I think we're going to see what we call an Aussie star frame, the par frame. Someone told me that when I was playing in the States. I thought it was pretty rude, to be honest.
That's extremely rude. How dare they? How dare they be so accurate?
And we're moving on to the snake pit hole. Hole 14, Fergie, talk us through it.
The snake pit, 107 metre par 3. You'll see most people hanging some forehands out to the left to get around the corner to this very precarious and fast green.
I think Bayne, with that cushion of 4 strokes, will probably just settle for the par in this one. Hang a nice forehand out wide.
Yeah.
Lay it up. That's the way. I think this elevated basket makes the putts very tricky if you're not in the circle.
Birdie on this hole is huge. That strokes.
Oh,
Whoa!
that's way too
out.
skinny. And is this getting into the rough? Oh, he got a good break at the end too.
And if he hits that tree, par is basically out of the picture.
Oh, it will make the upshot so tricky. And he'll take that end result too. He'll be able to lay it up from 15 metres, no problems at all. Now, Dave's got the forehand power to swing this one nice and high and get it to fade to the right.
Oh, I like this from Dave. This got a lot, maybe a bit early.
Oh, look at the power.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
That's
Nice little
parked.
jump over the log at the end.
107 metres, but when you're hanging it out to the left, it's playing quite a bit longer. So good power on the forehand from Dave. Austin's also got that power. He's got a nice overstable DD3 here.
And we'll see a little bit of pop on this. Just got to make sure it doesn't go too straight and too long.
Yeah, that's flipped up, and that is in snake pit territory.
That is gone.
Watch out for
Oh.
the death adders, the taipans. I'm running out of Aussie snakes.
Just, yeah. Also look out for Tim's discs down there.
Have we got boa constrictors?
No, we certainly do not, Fergie.
All right, Dan. I'd like to see a backhand roller from him, but I feel like this is going to be just a turnover air shot, which is right up Dan's alley anyway.
Today's the day for the roller. Wind was certainly down, and you get a bit of protection on this particular hole. That's a nice smooth air shot. If that stays up, stay up.
I like this from Dan.
Oh, look at that from Dan. And he's on the
Yes.
backside of the hill, so that's certainly a great place to putt from.
Backhand wins.
Maybe a little snookered in that tree.
I think that's earned it Dantastic.
So here we go, Bayne. There's no chance he's
Yeah.
running this with this sort of stroke lead that he's had.
Yeah,
It's got a upside down scuba for a little bit of razzle dazzle. I love it.
like it.
I did play with him in round 1 and he whiffed one from that spot and he was basically where Austin is now. So learned his lesson. Austin can give this a bid.
Oh, jeez, he does.
That's a pretty good jump pump attempt from that spot.
Dan, hopefully can capitalize on such a beautiful drive.
Beautiful birdie.
So awesome.
This hole did not see many birdies. Was playing pretty close to par. So that'd be a good stroke on most of the field for Dan. And he loves it. Look at him.
Yep, strokes on, folks. Dave, can he also join Dan with the birdie?
Bit of a scarier putt, but straight in. Beautiful putt.
Very smooth.
So just a nice birdie from Dave to keep things interesting. Bayne's only got a 3-stroke lead after that. Austin in for the par, and Lukey Bayne will certainly tap in. And we'll walk over to hole 15, one of the newer holes. It's certainly a bit of a stroke separator.
All right, 15 hole. It's a par 4, 138 meters. There's OB everywhere. Basically, you will see a forehand off the tee, about 70 meters, and then a similar sort of upshot. You just want to keep this thing in bounds and hopefully walk away with a 3. This looks fantastic from Dave. Should nestle up.
Yeah,
And
ideal.
settle.
He's
Yep.
done well there, correcting from the previous round where he did find himself out of bounds.
If you need to go for the eagle, you can bite off a really ambitious backhand that carries the OB, but I think Dan's just playing the layup play with something overstable.
This shot scares me.
Oh, I like this though.
Oh, needs to push.
Oh.
Oh, man, that was so close. And if that didn't carry, basically re-tee, which is not ideal.
I may have thrown the backhand roller during this round.
How'd you
How'd
go?
that work out for you, Paddy?
Yeah, I took a 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No way.
Happy days.
Too long from Bayne,
Oof.
and that's well and truly OB.
Bounce.
Yeah.
Oof.
So the door may be just a little bit ajar.
Oh, Austin!
Oh, he's going the
It's
roller.
on the roller. This is going to be rolling over
Do
the
it.
OB corner.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
look at
Oh,
that.
yes.
Is
No
this-
way. He's gone too long. He's gone long
Oh
OB.
my gosh!
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Oh, this is a scary forehand approach from Bayne too. If he hits any of those trees, he's early, but no.
He's done it well, though. And that
Oh,
is sit down.
settle.
Yeah.
Yeah, great reaction.
And that'll be a park job for the OB par from Lukey Bayne. I can't believe Austin went long on the roller. That was fantastic.
That's nuts. Dan, pretty straightforward upshot here.
Almost
Hopefully that's set-
expecting. Set
Oh,
That's kicked back into the
Bit rude,
into
but
the table. There's a that banner is blocking a picnic table, which is casual relief, I believe.
we're going to see some scary putts here.
So this is where Austin's taking his OB birdie look from.
Oh, no. It's kicked off the tree.
That's really unfortunate. I love the aggression off the tee. Gets no reward for it though, unfortunately. See Dave with a routine way to play this hole. Just a little low.
The window was there.
Jeez, I think Luke might be
So
getting
Austin,
let off the hook again.
Oh.
just seeing a replay of that shot there.
Okay.
We just want to know if it's optional or forced relief.
Forced
Yeah.
relief.
Forced relief. So Dan's had to come back of the picnic table and unfortunately has whiffed that putt, but it's checked up in bounds.
Could have finished your mouthful before
I
you
know, I was
asked
going to
about
say, I'm pretty sure that was a chocolate chip muesli bar that
Oh, and
Bayne
too
was
high from
munching on.
from Dan. His mum never taught him to talk with his mouth closed. Do with his mouth closed, I mean. As we see him tap in the par.
Bayne definitely getting let off the hook there.
Yeah, definitely. As we see Dave also have to settle for the par. The boys made this hole look pretty treacherous. Austin in for the bogey.
I think he's now going into the last few holes with the 3-stroke lead, and although there's always a little bit of drama coming up, I'm sure, on those holes that we've seen the last few rounds, but you'll be feeling pretty comfy.
Oz Discs, powering Team Heiser Flight. Check them out at ozdiscs.com.au.
Hole 16, 96 metre, par 3. Definitely one you want to get leading into 17 and 18, which are the big boy holes. This one just takes a nice flex backhand, keep it low, under the tree canopy, fade into the circle.
Dave, sure what drive? I feel like this might be a destroyer or something.
I think that's the play. The tee pad makes you flex it a little to get around that first tree. So something overstable, high speed, keep it low, ride the ground is the way to play this hole.
Yeah, and it's not generally a very fast green, even though there's a bit of elevation coming back down. But soft ground, he holds it up.
This looks good.
A little skinny, but he's popped it up, and that's going around the Guardian trees, and he'll be able to straddle out, have an inside the circle putt from that position.
Well, we saw him hit a nice putt there in round 2, so hopefully he can do that again.
So Lukey Bayne, he's probably got to bank on Perry hitting that putt, moving the 14 down. You want to put this one close to have that extra couple of strokes leading into the 2 treacherous water holes.
Oh, this looks great.
This might go in. Oh, and that is just outside the bullseye for Bayne. Fantastic drive.
So we see the whole town of Mount Gambier drive through past this hole.
Nice smooth backhand.
Oh, that's
Man,
right.
crossed.
there.
That's fantastic.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
Austin hoping to follow suit.
Looked a little skinny. Had enough flex though, and he's Robin Hood at all of them. Inside the bullseye.
I don't want to read Austin's body language after a drive.
I did not think Dave would be first to act after that drive.
Yeah.
But here he has a putt to think about because he's knowing all the other boys are tapping in. Resetting, just waiting for the wind to pass.
Yes, great. Good reset.
Great putt with the link from Dave. Not a lot of score separation in this hole, playing slightly under par at 2.83. I think we're going to see a star frame here, boys, if Dan can jam this in from all of 3.5 metres.
There we go. No beer frames. Surely not. Austin. Yeah, there we go.
Let's rattle those chains, boys.
Calling Dave back over.
He's running it in.
Here comes Peaches.
Dave was keen to get a wind read on the big par 5 that they're about to attack.
There you go.
Hole 17, 280-metre par 5. It's a boomer. You've got a big crushing drive, followed by a couple of quite low and narrow throws to get you to this protected green here, which is looking delightful, might I just say.
You can go for the eagle, but it takes 2 pretty special shots. This tee shot was so hard in the first 2 rounds with a lot of wind. Hanging your disc out over the lake is never a fun proposition. But today, no wind was down, so Dave going for all that you can eat.
That's a long way.
And that is checking up. We can see the horizontal distance markers there. I think he's between 150, 160 off the tee, which is a great drive in anyone's books. Lukey Bayne may go more conservative with that 3-stroke buffer.
Was that a duck?
Plenty of ducks on this hole.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
no. High, but plenty of room at the left there. I think the wind's low enough that will check up. It's actually pretty close to OB, very close. But he'll be relieved to see the green flag.
It's got some pretty straight discs.
Nice low-driven shot here. I like the
Mine's inbound.
Yeah.
nose down angle.
That'll be nice and safe. And
No danger of OB.
Austin loves to attack.
He's gone the overstable DD3. See how much water he chomps off here. A lot. It's flipped up. Oh, that's huge.
That's massive. Watch out, Ash. Nice, safe.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
very
the best
nice.
of the bunch.
Made him turn around though.
Always a good sign turning the catch cam around.
2 meters short. Very nice. Good break.
So Lukey Bayne will just be aiming at the banners here, fading to the landing zone. I'm sure just trying to keep this one in bounds is number 1 priority for Lukey Bayne.
He just needs to get to the mouth. It's a reasonably generous par 5. You can play this one pretty smart, pretty safe, and usually walk away with the bird.
So this is perfect. Nice and low from Lukey Bayne. Skipping into landing zone number 2. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, he should have at least 60 meters left, I'd say.
That's it. So
Dan, looks like he's going a little bit more aggressive on this.
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if Austin or Dave go for something fruity. You can get there with a roller, but there's just so much OB down the left and right sides. It's pretty hard to pull off. I think they're probably going to play it pretty smart.
Dave's got the power throw one nice and low. I like this out of the hand. Does it have the right
that's
angle? This
Beat all the
yeah.
trees. And he'll have a eagle look. I believe he's at about 30 metres.
Yeah.
Oh, too low from
bugger.
Austin.
So a little bit excited there.
He was trying to get all the way there, I can tell you that.
This is a tricky upshot now too.
And yeah, he doesn't look like he can have a run up. He has to go to standstill to get the angle. Ooh,
Wide out of the hand, maybe?
I think those claps are for the drives on hole 18, which are spoilers. Don't go anywhere. It's a fantastic finishing hole.
A bit of a tricky forehand approach, but we've seen Luke throw this disc so well all weekend.
Yeah.
I'd expect him to be right in the circle.
It's about 65, 70 metres away. Nice little forehand flick with the Toro. Probably aiming just left of that thickest tree we can see just near the basket there. It's gone a little bit of flex and looks like he's going to come on the inside of that tree. And it's settled a little short, so he's going to have an edge of circle putt for the birdie, but he doesn't need to birdie it, just needs to stay clean from this point on. And
It's great from Dan.
Absolutely.
Basically a jump putt straight in for the bird. Yeah, fantastic. Right in the bullseye.
so Austin did find the rough on the right side. He's going to have to go the scuba or something.
Oh, no,
overhandish.
don't
Oh,
roll.
it's going to roll. Oh, okay. I think that tree stopped it.
Oh, that stayed in bounds.
Wow.
That's pretty lucky.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too overstable disc.
So Dave
throw that?
will certainly want to give this a run. Lukey Bayne's pretty much parked as far as Lukey Bayne goes, just inside the circle. So
No wind.
keep this up. Oh, he was running it into.
Far out.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I loved it out of his hand.
Absolutely. Really needed that one.
That
to
would have
put
made
pressure on.
things very interesting.
Far out. That was such a good run.
I saw him throw it in from like 75 metres with the Toro last year at this competition, Dave. So no stranger to the eagle. That would have been awesome to see. Lukey Bayne with the smooth putt for the
Yeah.
birdie.
That's putting pretty well the brakes on any jumps. I know there's a lot of drama to come on 18.
Yeah, 18 certainly
Jeez.
got the scope for some score separation. There's a big water carry. You can certainly get into some trouble.
Yeah.
Think hole 17 at USDGC.
I mean, I'd love to see an absolute star frame from these boys. They've got it in them, but yeah.
I thought you were going to say you'd love to see an absolute debacle for Lukey Bayne. But we do love drama. And here it is, hole 18, Paddy. Talk us through.
Yeah, 120 metre par 3. You've got that hazard on the left-hand side. You've got this. Basically, it plays like an island, of OB. You don't want to be short because if you are, you're basically reteeing. The miss is, if you are going to miss the island, to go long.
Yeah, long or left. You get a penalty going left into the hazard, penalty going OB long, but at least you've not lost the distance. Dave, unfortunately, had to re-tee in round 2. He went the forehand with his first attempt and then made the island with the backhand. So it looks like he's going for the backhand here. He really needs to park this, put the pressure on Lukey Bayne. Wind was down, so you basically pick your poison with this sort of condition. This is looking great. Oh, go in.
Settle.
That is to sit down, though.
Fading out.
Oh, very nice.
Fantastic. So he's at 8 metres, putting for the birdie. So Lukey Bayne, he's going the forehand. It's a big forehand to carry this water.
It's definitely got the power for this.
I would be cranking a backhand, doing the Simon Lizotte. Just make sure you go long. Doesn't matter if it's OB.
The crowd falls silent.
Pretty nervy little shot here.
Lining it up.
Relying on that overstable destroyer. Plenty of flex.
Oh, I love the height.
Yeah.
That is high though. Has it got the
As long
distance?
as it's not too
Oh,
short.
and that's parked. It's outside the bullseye. Good night.
Game,
Yeah.
set, match.
That is fantastic from Lukey Bayne.
Huge.
He can even lay that up if he wants.
Would you?
Maybe. I did have a roll away OB off the tray on this hole, so no, you'd be jamming that. He's just outside bullseye. Dan Frost, he's had a bit of an up and down round.
Currently
Yes, sir.
tied for 4th, so he'll probably want to attack this, give himself as much chance as he can.
And he's put it on an absolute line.
I love it.
Fantastic shot from Dan.
Sit.
Oh,
Yes.
great
Checked up
settle.
for the inbounds, and he loves it. As does the gallery. Good sized gallery for a nice Aussie major. Fantastic to see the growth of the sport here. And just out of frame on the left, there's a big gallery of fans watching.
Just taking no time. Oh, that's
Oh,
early.
That's too overstable. I think.
Shows.
It needs to grab the edge of the island. No, that's no chance.
Okay. Nearly
So
kills
OB.
the
So
Heron.
basically re-team.
Yeah, re-tee. And it's no fun re-teeing when you don't have your preferred disc. He's going the backhand this
And
time.
I'm not going to think about it either. I'll just...
Oh, that's 2 turned over. It's
All
funny
right.
how quickly you can rack up a score in this hole. Certainly need to take a breath, reset. Now he's throwing 5 from the tee, which nobody wants to do.
Austin is a bit, if you're not first, you're last, but I don't know. This is tough to watch.
This looks safe though. Needs to get down though. Oh, and that's found OB long. That's a
Jeez.
horrendous break for Austin. So at least he gets to walk
No, he's
it
all
in.
smart.
He doesn't seem two-faced, does he?
Yeah.
Here's the putt for 7.
Ooh.
Gave it a good bid.
Bid.
That will be a snowman to finish for Austin, and that's really unfortunate. He had a really, really good 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of bleeding at the end there. But he was going all out to try and get the win, so no one can blame him.
Dave Perry looking to close out the round. Shot a sneaky 9 down. Goodness me.
Oh, I was about to say make that 10, but
Yeah.
unfortunately that was a little left. As we see Dan Frost put in a nice round as well. That brings him. Oh, he dumps
Yay.
it. Nice little dunny roll off the
Swish.
cage.
Well done to Dan. Actually,
Austin
that
Cleek taps out his triple as we see Lukey Bayne tapping in. He is your Mount Gambier Eruption champion.
yeah.
He's stringing out this tapping. Well done. In with a birdie, and that puts him at 9 down. After another
Very
9
handy.
down, 19 down overall. Red hot finish. Good to see him back on Aussie shores, just absolutely shredding.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing
Oh
why
my
he's
God,
the number
Dave, you're
1
having a wait.
player
May
in
I
Australia at
please
the moment.
introduce your 2023 Eruption Pro Divisional winners, MP40, Daniel Malco, FBA Chris Sweeney.
Shouting. That's pretty cool. The MPO winners, the FPO winner, and the MP40 winner.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Nicholson, co-TD with Michelle Schultz. And shout out to Damien Malco and Cassie Sweeten winning their respective divisions. Red hot stuff.
Unreal. All right, final score. So Luke Bayne, total 19 under with a 9 down round. Dave also shooting a 9 down at 15. Austin even with that last one and 5 down. And then Dan Frost sneaks into tie for third with that birdie and an 8 down. Ryan Hart, boys, snuck into there. That's
How did
the
he get
high-
up there? Wow.
Nice clean 8 down from Rhino. So that brings us to the end of our coverage. Big thanks to Rad, Gatekeeper Media and Parked Media for growing the sport of disc golf in Australia and making this coverage happen. We've been the Tee Off podcast, and with thanks to the Flying Disc Store for the commentary. Make sure you join us for the next one.